Welcome to Marty's Garden, a place where you can learn how to grow sustainable, organic food that tastes great in your backyard. In today's video, we are visiting Greg Ray's amazing little garden on the Mid North Coast in New South Wales, Australia. Woo! She's hot, man. We're in our last month of summer here in Australia and we're getting record temperatures all over the place. It's currently about 33 degrees. Maybe around about that inside. So I've got everything closed up because everyone's out with the whippersnippers and stuff in the middle of the day fixing their lawns. Who would have thought? You know, I do it in the mornings and afternoons, guys. But anyway, look, Karen, my daughter, she's in her second day at high school. I sent her off this morning and she's like getting the bus back. She's happy as Larry. Well, sort of happy, you know, like a bit freaked out. Going to high school, it's pretty full on, right? I've got this little studio bought. Thank you, Woz, my friend, if you're watching this, for putting it together for me. We've got a little box light, got to get some batteries in there. But anyway, look, let's get into it, guys. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I went to visit a friend called Greg Ray. Now, he lives in a mobile home park down near the river at Laurelton. Now, we live in the subtropics on the coast, so we don't get any frost, so we can grow year round. If you go inland just a few k's, you're going to get the frost and you get more problems. But right here on the coast, we're pretty good. And so these plants that he's growing, you can grow these too, just like this, in a temperate, hot area in season. So just grow in season, watch what he's doing, and enjoy the show. And I'll see you at the end of the video to tell you what's coming up on the Marty's Garden Show. So welcome to Marty's Garden, Greg. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Marty.
So, Greg, when did you first start this garden?
Oh, it would have been about October 2016.
Okay, so it's around about 2 and a bit years old, is that right?
Yeah, well, you may as well say it's 12 months old because New Year's Day last year just got pulped. So I just let it go and I had one poor tree left in, and yeah.
Yeah, the hail struck everything. So you're growing on sand here pretty much, aren't you?
Yep, mate.
And
very sandy.
So what are you using to build up the soil profile?
Just mainly compost, and I bought some stuff from Marty, and yeah, that's about it, mate.
Yeah. And so do you believe in the soil biology in the ground that really makes the plants healthy, or do you feed different chemicals and things to your garden?
No, mate,
let us know how you do it.
It's all organic, all my vegetables. We've got a worm farm out the back. All my veggies go to them, and then they process that and it goes into the garden. I'll bury all my compost, like all the greens, that gets done the same way. I used to have a what they call a worm tube thing buried in the ground, so all the scraps went into that, and yeah, it's sort of come on from there.
So can you tell us about the different plants that you have in your garden? Currently at this moment.
Well, I've got the quite obvious passion fruit vine there. I had tomatoes, I had cucumbers, there's a big amaranth there, there's garlic, little shoots there, there's a basil there. What else have we got?
How many? Yeah, okay. So how much square space do you think you've got all up around the outside of? Because you're in basically a caravan park or a mobile home park, right?
2 by 5 metres, I'd say.
And so you think vertical is the way to go to get as much space, use as much space as possible?
I've probably got more vertical space than what I have on the ground.
Yeah, you would have. So you're using like in layers, using your bottom space, your mid-story, and then your top story.
Yeah, well, I put a few little passion fruit vine grows around it. I put like a Rio lattice work. You might say, let it grow up all over the front of the house. I put a couple of posts in the front of the garden and another bits of Rio around it, and it's created a space where you got the vine growing around the top. An upper layer, upper story, and then you got the lower where the tomatoes come up onto the wire to the lattice work. It's from the lower variety, and then you got other plants like the eggplant, the aubergines, in between that and the front. So I've got an upper, and I've got a few attractant vines, like they'll eventually flower and help attract the bees to pollinate. And while they're doing the pollination of that, they'll pollinate the passion fruit I've got growing around.
So Greg, can you tell us the story about this tomato that you've got vined up here on the trellis? It just looks so healthy.
Yeah, this tomato just popped up in the middle of this spinach last year. So I've just let it grow like a vine. I've sort of entwined it in this bit of Rio. Yeah, it's been the best producer I've had since. It beat all the other ones.
So where did it begin? Because you found it as a seedling and then it dug up somewhere, right?
See this post here? Well, it's about a foot back this way. So it was bent over and growing along the ground, so I just covered the actual part, the long part.
If you squat down there, you can show us where it come up.
Yeah, it's come up about here.
Right, and then you've actually left it in the ground.
It was laying over amongst me spinach, so when I pulled my spinach out, I found this little plant. So instead of pulling it all out, I just humped a big piece of dirt over it and pulled it up through under that, which is the trellis I'll put up for me passion fruit. And yeah, it's just gone on from there. Yeah, this is a result of birds again, not one of my passion fruits. I think it's because we've had such a long dry spell that they need moisture, and they're getting the moisture out of that. But I'm not getting the benefits, am I? So, oh well.
That's gardening.
That's gardening.
That's a pretty nice little garden he's got there, isn't it, guys? Like, I really enjoyed going over and meeting Greg. He's a great guy, and he was coming here and buying compost from me, and I went over and checked out his garden. Actually, I had to do a delivery over there and just got, wow, man, you've got a great garden. He really liked my compost and he was getting good results from it. So I was stoked to actually get over there and film. So thank you, Greg Ray, for allowing me onto your place and for allowing us all to see your garden. It's very special and it inspires people to show them what they can do at home as well. Now, what's coming up in the Marty's Garden Show? Well, I'm going to be visiting more gardens over time. In between that, I'm going to be building up the worm composting business and getting more compost out to the public, breeding my worms and trialling lots of different things. Actually, at 2 o'clock today, I'm heading around with Troy. I've met up with Troy a while ago and he said to me that he's a wood chipper and that he's got lots of material. Now I want to use that also because I want to recycle everything. We've got sawdust coming in from non-chemicals, no chemicals in it whatsoever. We've got the coffee coming in. I'm recycling like no tomorrow, making these blends, getting the humus together, getting the microbes in there, getting the fungi in there, getting the worms in there and creating living soil, which is the base to organic gardening. If you get that right, you get healthy plants. The plants can get strong and build themselves up, stay away from pests and things. The worm starts coming in. All that ecology, biology starts building up in the soil down below. And wow, man, do you get an awesome garden. As you've seen from Greg's, he got hit by the hail a year ago and that's all just new growth. But because he kept his soil good from the beginning, he got great growth very quickly. All right, I'm Marty Ware from the Marty's Garden Show. If you haven't subscribed already, guys, you want to see more gardens, you want to hear more about the business, you want to hear more about worm farming, creating good soils and growing awesome plants at home in your backyard, follow me here by subscribing and clicking a little bell. I normally have a little bell to go ding, ding, ding. Haven't got it here today. I forgot to put it down on the table. Anyway, have a great day. Happy gardening, and we'll see you at the next video real soon. Karen says hello. She just went off to high school her second day, and I'm sure she'll be glad to get back on the Marty's Garden Show and say good day. Bye for now.